Hey everybody, back with the Modern Success Formula on the Real Estate Machine Show. I'm wearing this hat backwards for a reason today. And the topic of today's show is dress code. And what are you wearing to work? And obviously that's going to depend on what your work is. But let's talk about somebody that is somewhat in the professional business. Let's talk about real estate specifically. As real estate agents and brokers, what are we wearing to work? What are we wearing when we show property? What are we wearing when we meet clients? And I'll tell you one thing I'm not doing is wearing, number one, I'm not wearing a hat. And number two, I'm not wearing a hat backwards like this. So I'm going to take my hat off and be a little bit more professional for you guys. And listen, there are, I think dress code is to a degree driven by climate and weather. So for example, if you're in Hawaii, you might not be wearing the exact same thing as if you're in New York City. And if you are in South Florida, you might not be wearing the same thing as if you're in Minneapolis. So be that as it may, there is a level of professionalism that I think a client deserves from the agent or broker. And I do my best. Listen, I've got a secondary business where I can't wear a suit. And sometimes a suit is, at this point, in 2020, maybe suit and tie isn't isn't the norm anymore. I think that you can get away with for men, right? Women, I'm going to leave it up to the women to decide what's appropriate for them to wear. But so I'm just going to kind of like talk about guys. And, to be professional, as a guy, you can get away with a suit without a tie, unbuttoned, or a polo shirt or a button down or something like that. Nice jeans or khakis or dress pants or something like that. Shorts, flip-flops, t-shirts, hats, obnoxious. Frankly, I really think it is. Now, maybe you can get away with that on an island in Hawaii, something like that. But if I'm selling real estate anywhere in the mainland, I'm not going to any sort of client meeting in shorts or a hat, maybe a hat, depending on what the hat is. Maybe if it's branded, something like that. Maybe, sometimes you got to cater to your audience too. So it depends on who your audience is and who your client is. But generally speaking, you should dress a notch above what you expect your client to be wearing, right? I think that's just an element of respect to the client. And, it'll allow you to come off just slightly more professional. And, the better that you look, the better you feel, and the better you perform too. You're just not going to perform in flip-flops and a bathing suit and a tank top. I don't care if you're selling a swimming pool. You should, there should be a little bit of element of professionalism and, dress code. Right. So I'm curious on what everybody's wearing when they go out on showings and client meetings and appointments and stuff like that. Look, excuse me, I'm a jeans and, kind of polo collared shirt kind of guy. If it's winter time, you can get away with a lot more because you've got a coat, especially if if you're on a showing, you're not removing your coat. You could have the coat, nice coat over yourself. And, the main point here is just look a little professional, dress professionally, dress above what your client is wearing, come off as a professional, and then you're going to feel better. And I guarantee you're going to perform better. Hope that was a little bit of value for you. Please hit the subscribe button and let's go on this journey together. Everybody have a great day. See you next week.